Hi guys, right, in this video I'm just doing a recap on how I gesso the scrapbook papers, or you can gesso any papers, but on this one I'm just doing 6x6 scrapbook papers. A few of you have asked me to just recap how I do it and how thin and thick I do the layers. So I'm just taking some nice bright pink, this is quite pretty, and dull it down. So I've just got my gesso, it's just plain gesso. So I've popped some on the table. Okay, so I've got my lovely look. I've just actually ordered one of these Tonic Studio glass cutting mats. So it's just absolutely lovely. So it's a lot easier to work with. So I know my brush is a bit manky, but it's a really good one to gesso with. So I just put a tiny bit on my brush, and then I just go over the paper very, very lightly. Okay, to start with. And you just run it over, just put some gesso on your brush and run it down. I tend to sort of go all over the place, but if you want to do it, just go down one way and then go across the other way, like that. So it almost looks like you're sort of whitewashing some wood or something. It's the same sort of principle, you just rub it on, brush it on. So just very, very lightly, because you can, as I say in my previous video, you can add more. So just do a little bit, let that dry off a little bit, and then come back to it if it needs adding it. So this is a nice decorated piece. So I'm just going to do it again. So we just go down, just gently, like that. You put, the more you put on, obviously the thicker the layer and the rougher it will be. So some people like to sand it down, but I don't like to. I like the texture of the paper. It really does give another element to it. I like to be able to sort of like feel it as rough. I think it looks really nice. So there we go. So that's just lightly on top of that. So we'll let that dry, and sometimes it goes a little bit lighter, so you do need to add a little bit more. But just take a little bit. So this is a lovely purpley blue colour. So gently, gently down, like that. Very, very gently. So it's probably better to get a brush which is like almost like one of those fan brushes that you can get, but this one's just so well used. It's gone a bit hard in the middle, so but the outside is perfect for doing this. So get some of your old brushes and do it, because if you have a brush sort of like this sort of thing, it's too thin, and I think that's where people make a mistake. Let's have a look. When you rub it on, it puts too much of a line, so the bigger the brush and the more spread out the bristles are, I think you get a better look to the gesso on the paper. So there we go. So I think that looks really, really nice. So let's go back, let's have a look. So this is the pink one we did. So let's go the other way, because it's a bit too lined one way, isn't it? So let's just go down this way, like that. So it just makes such a difference. Completely different piece of paper it looks like. So there we go. Let's go back to the blue. Let's go this way. So just very, very light, almost like a dry brush, and just rub it on. So it looks very shabby, doesn't it? So there we go. And then we've got this one. So this one, let's add a little bit more on top, like that. I'm not actually going to put ink on top of these, because I quite like them as they are. So in my next video I'm going to be using these to make a couple of embellishments. So get these done. If you want to do a craft along with me, get some papers done, and I'll show you how we use them in the next video. So there we are, guys. So that's quite quick and easy. So remember, don't put too much on, alright, and just do like a light layer, because you can go back and use it again and reapply, but it looks really nice like that. There we go, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Give it a go, and I will be showing what I'm in my next video to make some embellishments with them. Alright, guys, thank you. Bye.